BIS 301. Welcome to Module 2. I'm coming to you live from Mesa Community College, Mesa, Arizona, where I'm meeting with a colleague, my mentor, friend, and he's teaching here as well. Okay, so apologies for, God, so many things. And you know, one of the things I used to say is I don't want any apologies, and I could give you some, but let's just say if you're watching this video, then you've obviously got the hang of how to watch a video. I'm kind of surprised the amount of people that aren't getting the grasp of it, but you know, once you get it, you'll get it. I understand everybody teaches courses differently, and you know, there's certain quirks that I have that others don't, and some that others don't that I or others have that I don't. Okay, so. Um, I've had some people email me like, where's module 2 video? Where's module 2 video? As I explained, is that I do these kind of live before each module. And as my records show, and my records might be wrong, that module 2 starts on tomorrow. Is that true? Anybody? You with your hand up in the back? Always in the back. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, I think I know that. I just made the assumption I shouldn't have. Uh, oh, wow, look at that. Module 2 started today. Son of a gun. No wonder why you're all looking for the video. Because this guy screwed up. Actually, I thought it started tomorrow. I apologize. I'm going, I tried to do it a number of places. I ended up here for a variety of reasons. So sorry for the, you know, the background or whatever, but it is what it is. Okay. So, all right. Let me take a look at some things. Okay. What do we have here? Not that, not that. Okay, the musical intros seem to be going well. Um, Here's the deal. If you post when you post your uh, main post on a discussion, I see that there's been an assignment added, but I won't score it until one of two things happens. The due date passes, or you post all your replies to your classmates. Because if I score it too soon, then either someone's going to say, hey, you didn't wait, give me a chance to do my responses yet. Can I still do them? Which you can, of course. Or I'll score it and it'll never tell me that you added more. It's really quirky that way. So that's just a little Canvas issue to clear up. I'll be going in there and scoring those. I like to keep up with things, so as best as I can. There's 80 students in this course. That's a lot. Okay. If I miss scoring something of yours, let me know. Okay. Whether it was a syllabus quiz, the Easter eggs for that module 1, module 2, whether it's responses, don't hesitate to ask me. Hey, did you get a chance to post those scores? That score, and I'll look. Okay, I really appreciate when you do that. All right. Okay, so um, when you send me these Easter eggs for those, just open an email, put them three down, say what you want. Again, if anything, nothing else, you can just say 1, 2, 3, send it to me. That's all you got to do. No Word doc, no nothing fancy at all. Yeah, you know, make a couple comments if you want. I have no problem with that. Get it out of your system. Let me have it, and you know, just send them an app. Now, question about email addresses. Okay. Um, in the past, I've been a big stickler for using ASU email. That's the address you're required to use in all correspondence with the university. Some people, I don't know, I have trouble with that. I don't get it. Some people say they use it, but it comes to me with a different email address. I don't know how that stuff works. Um, but I do know that if your name isn't correctly in your email address, if it's your handle, you know, your avatar, or whatever, I have one. I mean, I'm Michael Mufasa. See, the lion, Lion King. Got that. There's a story. Got that years ago when I was in African Studies, and I was the old guy. They called me Mufasa, so I took it. All right, but just make sure I know who you are. A lot of you have maiden names. Some of you go by your middle name. Some of you go by married names, but you had your maiden name. Some of you people, you know, and it's fine. It's all fine. You just got to tell me who you are, okay? I don't like to assume. I got more than one first name, okay? Um, Hang on a second. This is my host that I'm staying with. He always wanted to be in one of my videos. Keith. Hey, good. I'm doing my video right now. I'm sure my students are happy that I've stopped. Hey, I'll call you later, okay? Hang on. Okay, bye. All right. He's going to make big shots. I'm going to be in one of your videos. See, I got him in. You want to be in the video. All right. So, and just know that, like I said, when I score these things, you may actually think that it's being done automatically because I might fire it back to you so fast you didn't know that. Nothing gets auto graded in this course except for the quizzes, the multiple choice quizzes. So I'm always emailing you everything back personally. Okay. All right, we'll talk about that another time. Let's go with Easter egg number one. And I'll say it first before I get into why I'm saying it, of course. But Easter egg number one is, follow me now, quote, I can handle varying due dates. Okay, so you heard what I just said, right? Not rewind it. All right, here's the deal. Okay, we've already started. I've already started getting emails. If I just assume everything was due on Sunday, I just assume everything. Again, let's go back to George Carlin, which a lot of you got that one. Time is nature's way of making sure everything doesn't happen at once. My due dates are my way of making sure that everything doesn't happen at once. Because again, you got people. I know you got jobs, you got work, you got kids, you got this, that. I get it, but I don't want you everything on Sunday. Okay, if everything's due on Sunday, that's it. You can't function if it's not due on Sunday. Sunday, I gotta have Sunday. No, some things aren't gonna be due on Sunday. Modules aren't gonna always end on Sunday. Things are gonna vary. Okay, it's this hectic, crazy, mixed up world we live in. That's the way it goes. So if you want credit, I should have you do that Easter egg, raise your right hand and say it, okay? You can handle it. You can do it, okay? You can do it. And why do I know you can do it? Because here's what I'm going to say again. If you don't turn something into me by the due date, send me an email before the due date ends saying, dude, I'm just fried. I can't. Give me an extra day on this, okay? And then I know that you know that it was due and you're getting it in and you will not be punished for it. I don't like these punishments. I'm not a big fan of due dates. I've said that before, and you can tell by my lack of interest in the formal syllabus due date. I know it's 10% a day. I accept it. I'm so sorry, whatever. Whatever, just send it to me, okay? I mean, be a grown up, handle your own deadlines. You got them. I know you do, okay? I don't want to just impose upon you deadlines just for, my own jollies. Lay back, have my cigar, saying, let's see them get these papers in. Um, get it to me. The course ends on a particular day. You need to have all the work done by then. You cannot do it all in the last week. Okay, you cannot do it all the last 2 or 3 weeks. This is why we're pacing it out. Okay, but I'm being realistic. You just have to tell me that you know it was late. Okay, not after you send it in, but before you send it in, you're telling me, hey, I know this thing is due tonight, tomorrow, but I had to work a double shift. Can you give me a couple extra days on this? Well, that's all you got to do. You got that now. Okay? So you can handle varying due dates. When it's a Tuesday, a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday, you can handle it, right? Okay, let's move on. Uh, okay, let's see. I don't know why I wrote that note, but it doesn't make sense to me now. All right, let's take a look at Module 2, all right? Look at the key concepts of interdisciplinarity, all right? Um, we can't articulate interdisciplinarity without concepts. They can come in various forms, and they'll help you to, hey, concepts will help you conceptualize. Shocked, aren't you? Okay. By the end of this module, these are the learning objectives. We want to make sure we're following these, right? By the end of this module, students will be able to identify and present key characteristics of key disciplines, draw connections between multiple disciplines, including your own areas of study, your concentrations. Number three, demonstrate and explain the following terms. Listen closely. Academic disciplines, intradisciplinary, cross-disciplinary, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary. Okay, Module 2 contains information that is critical to newcomers to the field. The focus in this module is on learning key concepts in the field of IDS. The readings are extensive and they're very important, okay? And I just reread them again for the 12th time, all right? Okay, so you're going to be reading through the complete readings here. RepGo Chapter 2 and 3, that's the text, okay? Really important, okay? It's really good, I think, okay? I mean, good is a relative term, right? Read the MEEF page. It's a attachment. look at the pyramid and the approaches. We're going to do that in a minute here too, okay? There's a quiz coming up in Module 7 that you got to kind of know all this stuff, and I'm sure you will. The readings are also done because the discussion board exercises are these are very crucial to that, okay? If you don't read this, you can't do the discussion board. Trust me, it's a giveaway if you don't. And these discussion boards are not just make work, just throw something on and he'll give you credit. I'm sorry, no. That's the discussion board is where you get a chance to conceptualize. Give it your best shot. Like I say to my classes, my students, it's time to step up your game. Okay? This is no longer grade school, middle school, high school. This is university where you step up your game. Where you are on the inside now. See, there's a doors back there. See them? Doors. You are on the inside of your university doors. You are inside scholarship in the academy. Okay? And on the outside. So when it comes to your concentration, start to feel like they're yours. You're on the inside, okay? You'll step up your game and you're going to apply some of these concepts to that, right? Okay, so you're going to view the instructor video. Hey, how you doing? You're going to write the plan of study. Here's a first written assignment that I'm going to want formatted according to APA and things like that. All right? I don't want APA in worksheets. Just don't be sloppy. Don't write me in, I don't want APA in emails. I just want APA in the papers, okay? That's all. Okay. The plan of study. There is a rubric on, okay, let's take a look at that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to really go too long on this one either, but I'm finding that I think if I explain it to you first, let's do it in order. Okay, so that was the overview of the course, okay? And the plan of study, I'll talk to you about it, okay? But it's designed to help you move through the IDS program smoothly. Okay, so let's look at Easter egg number 2. Look at that, Easter egg number 2, and it's only 12 minutes in. Moving right along. Okay, Easter egg number 2 is, hear me out now, quote, 5 steps of the disciplinary pyramid. Okay, rewind it. 5 steps of the 5 steps of the disciplinary pyramid. We're going to get into what those are in a minute, right? All right, now let's take a look. We did number 2. Now let's go into module 2 and let's look at learning materials. Okay, so you got chapter 2 and 3. All right, let's see. We got to get, okay, so I'm going to click on these 2 links here and talk about that for a second. So interdisciplinary study is a matter of definition. Okay, this is this is your meat. Now, look at it's not the greatest. It's like old school mimeograph, if you even know what that is, right? But it's just 1 page, see? But this is where you're going to be introduced to some concepts about interdisciplinarity and about disciplinary thinking that are extremely important in terms of you articulating why your program, why your degree is going to be better than a different one, okay? So here you're going to be talking about the 5 levels of the disciplinary pyramid. You're going to talk about disciplinary, that's intradisciplinary, that's on the bottom, intra. Now let's just take a look at that right now. I'm going to click on this bottom here. See pyramid? Let's click on that. Okay, let's open that one up. All right, here's your disciplinary pyramid. See, I want you to really, this is really huge to remember. It's huge, all right? So look, a single discipline is intradisciplinary, intra. It's not us, right? It's a single discipline. Psychology, biology, history, English, okay? Moving up the pyramid, cross-disciplinary. You're going to find out what that is when you're reading it, but what it is essentially is like analyzing one disciplinary criteria through the eyes of another. For example, the mathematics of music. So music could be a discipline itself, but you cross-disciplinary, look at the mathematics of music because music has mathematics, right? 3/4 time, blah, 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 right? So that's cross-disciplinary, okay? Multidisciplinary. That's what a lot of people come into this program thinking it is, okay? But it's not. Multidisciplinary is more than one discipline, but they stay in their own lane. Stay in your own lane. Not crossing over, not integrating. Stay in their own lane. It's multidiscipline. It can be 2 or more, right? Moving up, we got us, interdisciplinary, right? Difference between these 2 is what? Let me hear you back there. Integration, right? Integrate. Seek to integrate, okay? Hard to know what it looks like, but we know when we see it. Okay. Above that, the top one is transdisciplinary. What does trans mean? It means to go beyond. Okay, to go beyond the disciplines. Transdisciplinary is, for example, is starts with a problem, works its way down with taking what it needs. Most of these things would start with a problem, but transdisciplinary certainly does. Transdisciplinary would be, for example, a Mill Avenue in downtown Tempe. They're putting in a streetcar. Okay, they're tearing things up, all kinds of construction and that. Right. A transdisciplinary way to look at that, to go beyond the disciplines. Yes, you'd look at the city planning. You look at the economics of it, look at the political science, poli-sci of it, look at the environmental issues of it, okay? But transdisciplinary says go beyond the discipline. So guess what? We're going to bring in business owners. We're going to bring in neighborhood people, okay? Groups, anyone that wants to sit at the table to help analyze this issue and see if we're doing it right. It's transdisciplinary. So, it could be, a priest down the street, but he's not doing religious studies. In fact, priests are not automatically religious studies people anyways. Um, but they're coming to the table just as community members beyond the disciplines, okay? All right, think of it that way. Okay, there's many examples of all these, okay? Now, those are the two things there. So then you're going to read a little longer thing, article on the world of cross-functioning teams. I read this again over the weekend. It's really good. It's about 11 pages though, and it might be dated 97. My God, you guys are even born somewhere, right? Uh, but it still talks about like this new age of cross-functioning teams that are in business and things. Okay, I think it still holds true today. Take a look at it, especially those of you with business, in your concentration or just in your realm of lifestyle and what you're going after. To look at things talked about, because to have this in your arsenal of concepts that you can bring to the table, helping design ways to improve business and things like that. The world of cross-functioning teams, a great article on that topic. Okay. So those are your readings. You got a number of things to do. Things step up really fast. I told you Module 1 was a gimme, right? Module 2, you got to read Chapter 2 and 3. You got to read MEAT. You got to read cross-functioning team. Take a look at that pyramid and memorize that sucker. And here's another way we're going to look at it through approaches. This is another one on the list there of handouts. This looks, what does it look like? Shuffleboard, the old folks' home, right? Okay. This is a visualization of those things we just talked about in the pyramid. So what do we have here? We have intradisciplinary, right? So discipline, problem, straight shot, okay? Cross discipline, seeing the problem, one discipline from another. Okay, there's music, a symphony. We're gonna look at this music. We're gonna look at it with math. Okay, there's a couple of ways to do these things. Okay, we're gonna look at the religious studies aspect of um, economics, okay, when it comes to domestic terrorism. Those are things that can be done. Multidisciplinary, they stay in their own lane, right? Discipline to the problem to the discipline, this was problem, discipline. Well, it's us, interdisciplinary. See that? That integration takes place before we get to the solution we're looking for, okay? And then transdisciplinary, there really is no straight schematic thing. It's like, what you got? What do you got? Where are you coming from? Beyond the discipline, okay? So that's a way to see that. These are really important foundational concepts for this subject that you've gotten yourself into, okay? So taking a look at that, let's see. All right. So let's talk about, we did Easter egg number 1, we did Easter egg number 2. Okay, now I did page by page. Talk about that discussion, okay? The discussion is you're going to be, okay, discussion, see? Okay, this is it. All right, you're going to discuss. Okay. Note, remember what a discipline is, okay? And what it is not, all right? Is a police officer a discipline? No. Is law enforcement a discipline? Yes. Okay. Is a rabbi a discipline? No. Is religious studies? Yes. Okay. Is a politician a discipline? No. Is political science a discipline? Yes. I'm going to ding you if you jump to the occupation before you tell me the discipline. We're talking about disciplines here, right? But there can be occupations involved. For example, doctor, psychologist. What are they studying though? Medicine, psychology, right? Get those disciplines in there. And guess what? Disciplines are capitalized. Okay? When you're using them as proper nouns in this case, I want you to capitalize them. Okay? So this is all part of what's that word? Discipline. We got to have self-discipline. All right. So just remember, occupations are not disciplines. All right. Politicians not a discipline. Politics, political sciences. Right. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to use that nomenclature, and you're going to write a discussion on. You're going to answer these questions here for me. You see that? And the topic is, unfortunately, mass shootings and domestic terrorism have become commonplace in the United States. Pretend that the U.S. government has decided to put together a bipartisan committee to examine this growing problem from a variety of perspectives. Okay. Now, sadly, this question has probably been used for 15 years at least now, and sadly, it's as appropriate today as ever before, right? With domestic terrorism. So I'm going to ask you to take a look at if those committees were formed as an intradisciplinary committee, as a cross-disciplinary, a multidisciplinary, an interdisciplinary, a transdisciplinary. What would those committees look like? Okay. Now, people have asked me already, how much do you want? How many words? How long should it be? What is this? Okay. I don't do that. I don't do that. Okay. All right. I don't want to hold anybody back. Whereas I'm saying that I want to encourage everyone to express your thoughts cogently in a way that you're making your points in however long or short it takes. I do encourage you strongly and require you actually to use paragraph indents. All right. If I see these giant entries without paragraph indent, it just destroys all interest in reading that much. Okay. So just give me a break on that. And then what you're going to do again is you're going to comment on up to 3 of your classmates. Okay. And you're doing good on your, and even your intros look good. Commenting, because I don't want you to just like, hey, that was really great, well done. We're not going to argue or anything like that, but we're going to talk about some things, okay? Be daring if you want. If you think that the Second Amendment's got to go, let me hear your argument. If you think that it's got to stay, but we should charge $100 a bullet, or I've heard somebody say, hey, here's one. For ammunition for each bullet, let's charge the same we do for insulin. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can say. Boy, I don't know how many people I just got mad at me. And of course, the drops are coming. Okay, so that's that. Now, let's get into the other paper. The paper you're going to write, the plan of study. All right, there's the discussion. What am I doing here? Next. Okay, here is the work. It's the module 2. It's a worksheet plan of study. It's worth 50 points. And you can see I have a rubric here. All right. So this rubric is in here with 50 points, all right? Now, the plan of study, what you're going to do is you're going to show me evidence that you reviewed your DARS. You know what a DARS is? You should. D-A-R-S? D-A-R-S? You should. If not, you need to get hold of your advisor, but it does say you should talk to your advisor anyways for this assignment, but you review your DARS for action. You don't have to send me your DARS. You don't have to copy your DARS. But you have to give me evidence you looked at your DARS. For example, if I get a whole paper and the acronym DARS is not in it, then you will get a 0 on evidence of review of DARS. Okay, just so you know, it's pretty easy. The first class is actually told that too, because I'm sick of people claiming that I should know by osmosis that they looked at their DARS. All right, so you're going to see all the things here about the criteria to write about it. All right, there's steps in this. You can, if you want to, copy the steps and write underneath one. That's fine. I'm thinking about, you could do it. It would help me probably because I can follow you better than trying to, like I said, read minds and see one step stop whether it started. Okay, so do that for me. This video is just as long as the other one, but I'm sorry. I want to make sure you guys get this. Okay, and that's it for module 2 work. I will get the module 3 video out before module 3 starts. I promise you that. It'll be a lot more fun than this one, okay? Because I've just been running around. My windshield cracked again on Saturday. As I was on our way to Sedona. I got 2 windshields in 4 weeks. It's terrible. And I'll show you my Jeep next time. It's so hot out. All right, so let's go to Easter egg number 3 is, that's it? God, it's so boring. Okay, um, Easter egg number 3, it's an oldie but a goodie because I know I want you to remember, and you're going to, hopefully you'll find out why later on in the course. But Easter egg number 3 is IDS equals integration. Right. Forks up. Another long record video. You guys are doing great. Let me know if you got any questions, comments, concerns, and take care.